Welcome to the Last Mile Profits videocast, the last word on the last mile. Lithuanian parcel group Venipak are expanding into Estonia. Let's look closer at this after this message. Modern Expo provides an integral ecosystem of screen-operated lockers, screenless autonomous solutions, refrigerated lockers, and even personal parcel lockers, powered by an in-house developed software. So, Marek, Lithuanian group Venipak is expanding into Estonia. Now, I know for a fact that's a region you know extremely well professionally, so perhaps you'd like to give us some insight into what's going on there, please.
Absolutely. So, labas, Peter. So, in case you don't know, that's hello in Lithuanian. Used to be part of my old region, and I have to say it's one of the places that I loved most because at the time I was responsible for DPD, and DPD had performed really, really well in the region. So I think it's a gutsy move. It's not going to be easy because basically in the region, you've got two strong local postal players, one being Omniva, that's just to confuse you because that's really Estonian Post, who are very strong. They've got a strong position. Let me have a look. They have, remember, these are small countries. So I can't remember. I think the whole of Estonia is about 1.5 million people. So, when you talk about the numbers, it's not going to sound so impressive, but it is in terms of density. So Omniva has at the end of last year, had over 300 parcel lockers. If you want more details, our Last Mile Experts out-of-home report is coming out soon, so you'll get all the details. And Venipak, I think they say they plan to have about, was it 150 or something? 151. But as of the end of last year, we believe they had one. So they've got a lot to do. But coming back to what I said before, so you've got Omniva, very strong player. The other strong player in the region is Lithuanian Post, who have a strong position in Lithuania, not so much in Estonia. And then to make it even more complicated, you've got Itella. Now, do you know who Itella is? Because I'd have a problem guessing. You heard of Itella?
No, tell me more.
All right, so if I tell you Posti, that will give you more of a clue. That's Finnish Post. So you've got a bunch of local posts all in there with pretty strong locker networks. And then the new entrant in terms of numbers of lockers is DPD, because when I was around, we didn't have, I think, any at all of our own. But since then, they've now got a pretty strong locker position in the market. I think it's going to be very tough, Peter, and unless they've got a really good strategy and some good partnerships, not going to be easy, I think, for them.
Right. Yeah. Tough to set up in a what is already a very mature market with what we hope isn't going to be a Me Too product. So where can they innovate, do you think? Where can they find the edge on their existing competitors?
I think the only sort of opportunity that I would see is Venipak is a private company run or owned by an entrepreneurial family and a young guy, Nereus, who I respect a great deal. And they have to use the fact that they can be very agile because they're competing with large postal operators, even if the markets themselves are not so large. Those organizations will tend, in some cases, to have a slow decision-making process, tender restrictions, etc., etc. So if they can leverage that, I think that's part one. Part two, they need to make partnerships because on their own, it's going to be very difficult. And those partnerships could either be and should be with other carriers, but also perhaps with e-commerce. So, let's see. It is doable, but I think you've got this issue that there are the two strong local postal operators, Lithuanian Post and Omniva. You've got Posti, and you've got a strong DPD entity. So, they're going to need all of the things we discussed, plus, and we talked about this before when we talked about the new Royal Mail CEO, also a bit of luck is needed, I think.
Always a bit of luck. And I would also toss into the mix a robust and smart UI, user interface, because if we get, the more choices we have, the smoother the operation is going to make us more likely to choose them as a partner.
I think, actually, Peter, that's a really, really good point. But this could be an area where they could excel because software, as you know, I always say is the secret sauce. And I know Omniva spent a lot of time and money to create customer-centric locker software. And I think this could be one area. If Venipak could up the ante in that space, develop something really, really good in terms of user interface, customer experience. That way they could compete a little bit better, even versus larger networks. They'll still need partnership though.
Well, Marek, good luck to Venipak in that crowded market. As always, we'd like to hear your comments in the box below, please. We'd like to find out from you what you think Venipak will be up to in Estonia, how you rate their chances, how you rate the existing players there, and where you think the opportunities can be. So we look forward to reading those. We read them all, and until we see you again in the next one, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for watching the Last Mile Profits video. For more free analysis of the last mile, please like, follow and subscribe below to ensure you are notified every time we upload new content.